Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
The individual in this orange tractor, a volunteer who just showed up here and said, hey, how can I help?
Anything for the gray?
Own it.
Own it. Okay, all right, own it.
He says the conditions can be deadly for anyone who walks without the proper precautions.
End of the line for the tour. I appreciate your company and your insight into your neighborhood.
Welcome to the Nightbeat. Tonight, a show unlike any other, because today is Steve Spriester last day after 30 amazing years at KSAT.
This is the last newscast as anchor of KSAT 12. How do I sum up 30 years? Well, I've got, about 34 minutes to figure it out. We're going to talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's get to our news of the day and fighting for a new flood warning system to be installed.
So we know that today, the Upper Guadalupe River Authority heard from flood victims' families and Hill Country leaders for the very first time since the deadly July 4th flood.
The Night Team's Zaria Oates tells us how these people are moving forward now.
The house was lifted off the foundation with us in it.
This is Lance Perisher speaking at the Upper Guadalupe River Authority, or UGRA, board meeting. On July 4th, his family was staying at a home in Ingram when floodwaters sent the house flying into a tree and his family into the river.
To fight, kick, swim, grab. We survived an unsurvivable event, but in that, I lost my 20-month-old son, Clay Perisher.
And this is just one of the families grieving that unimaginable tragedy. Since then, the city of Ingram has approved a new flood warning system for their section of the river, with Councilman Ray Howard leading the charge.
And I've been an advocate from that morning after watching people die in my front yard to get a system put in.
Now the UGRA is working on getting a joint task force up and running.
One from UGRA, one from the county, one from the city of Kerrville, one from the city of Ingram.
This comes just 1 month after UGRA's Tara Bushnell was grilled at the state capitol about their lack of improvements to their flood security system.
Can you please give us an update after the Texas State Capitol, after what happened there?
What do you mean?
Have an authority over the Upper Guadalupe River, but chose not to put in prescribed and recommended upgrades to your security system.
Our board did take forward action on that by funding and developing that dashboard as an initial step.
Can you just comment further on that?
I prefer not, because I don't have that information in front of me.
Okay,
but
you don't have any information on it?
It was the county applications in 2016.
And because you all didn't receive a grant, there wasn't progress made forward. Would that happen again? Is that something that could happen again if you don't receive a grant that you guys applied for?
No, we're moving forward with surplus funds.
And hoping to have a better communication system along the Guadalupe and other flood-prone areas.
We would like to have sirens that all are by the same manufacturer, that all can be repaired by the same repair crew.
The Upper Guadalupe River Authority is still in the beginning stages of ensuring a seamless flood warning system. They've still got several months to go, but they're hoping to have systems in place before next summer, like the deadline Senator Betancourt previously mentioned at the state capitol.
All right, Zaria, thank you. Now, new on the Nightbeat tonight, the Uvalde CISD releasing yet another batch of records today related to the Robb Elementary School shooting.
Yeah, these new records contain nearly 4,000 pages of documents. You can read all the highlights by scanning the QR code you see on your screen right there. Now, these documents include hundreds of emails sent to the then school district superintendent, Hal Harrell, in the days following that shooting.
And they also included status updates from the Texas Department of Emergency Management, also bids from security companies about upgrades to the district's campuses, and also a letter from a teacher about what happened in her classroom on the very day of the shooting. In other news tonight, a neighborhood now mourning the death of a 6-year-old boy after he was hit by a truck. This happened yesterday afternoon on Amidas Place near Northwest 38th Street, which is on the west side. San Antonio police say that the boy was doing what kids do. He was just playing with a toy, riding it down a driveway when a truck driver struck him. The boy was taken to a local hospital for treatment, but was later pronounced dead. As you can imagine, neighbors in that area are just devastated by this news.
I just feel sorry for the family because I can't imagine that happening to my baby.
Now, that neighbor did not want to reveal her identity. As for the truck driver, San Antonio police say that he's not expected to face any charges because he stayed on the scene and helped the boy right after that crash.
The 4 people being charged after Bexar County deputies busted an illegal gambling business. So
investigators now say that Jason Garcia, Randy Hinojosa, and Jacqueline Gonzalez all worked at Royal Room 777 on the southeast side, and now all of them are facing illegal gambling charges.
Jeanette Zavala being charged with hindering after she allegedly slammed and locked the door on deputies when they arrived on the scene. The sheriff's office says deputies seized 60 gambling machines, more than $67,000. They also cited 18 people for illegal gambling. Sheriff Javier Salazar says for these types of businesses to be legal, the gambling machines can only be used for amusement, and the prizes must be non-cash merchandise, toys, or novelties. San Antonio police are looking for 2 people they say robbed a Wells Fargo ATM this morning.
Investigators are in particular calling this a case of bank jugging, and that's when people wait for someone to use an ATM and then go and rob them. It happens at a Wells Fargo ATM on Southwest Military Drive right near Pleasanton Road. Officers say that a group of men jumped out of a dark Jeep Cherokee and then told workers to open the ATM, and they took cash cartridges, the boxes that hold the money, and then they just ran off. Police found some of that cash in a nearby neighborhood, but they haven't yet identified any suspects.
The Kendall County Fair is set to open on Friday, and some people are asking whether it's safe. You got to remember, 1 person died, 11 others injured last year after bleachers at the fair partially collapsed.
An investigation into that incident revealed that the fair didn't have the right permits. A structural engineer also said the bleachers failed because they just weren't built strong enough. But now leaders in Boerne say that fair staff, they applied for the right permits to rebuild the bleachers, and they also say that inspectors are going to be making sure that everything is up to code. We're also told that nobody is going to be allowed on the bleachers this year until they pass inspection.
You first or me? It's a tough night. Wasn't expecting the double box, but we're going to get to some more of the goodbyes and thank yous and stuff in a little bit, and actually have a little bit of a celebration as well. But I want to talk to you a little bit about the rainfall today. Everywhere you see a blue or green on the map here, that's where we picked up a few showers. Most of it, again, east of town in the typical eastern counties. Lavaca County, Gonzales County, down to DeWitt County as well. But in some areas, these greens indicate at least a ½ inch of rain, and we did see pockets of ½ inch to even just over an inch east of town. As we go forward, we have more rain chances, but not the next couple of days. Dry tomorrow, dry Friday, just sunny and hot, and what we're used to, right up near 100. We get into the weekend, it's not going to be a washout, but there is some hope for more widely separated downpours. A little bit here and there Saturday afternoon, a little bit more here and there late Sunday, and potentially even on into Monday morning. Tomorrow, just sunny and hot. 76 in the morning and 99 in the afternoon. We'll be up there for the Pigskin Classic. Sweating with y'all. And notice into the weekend, we do drop into the lower 90s as the rain chances jump. See you back in a couple minutes.
All right. Thank you for that, Adam. At least 2 children are dead and more than a dozen others injured after a shooting inside of a Catholic church.
Happened in Minneapolis this morning. Authorities rushed to the scene at Annunciation Catholic School in South Minneapolis. Police say the shooting happened as children and others were attending Mass to mark the first week of school. The Minneapolis police chief said the shooter was outside the church building and fired a rifle through the windows. An 8-year-old and 10-year-old were killed. Another 14 children, 3 adults injured. The shooter, identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, died at the scene after shooting herself. Still ahead, Via's Stone Oak Park and Ride cost $25 million to build, but ridership is low. The driver wants to know, is it worth it? We've got an answer.
Steve, you have been such a healthy influence on our community in San Antonio. I remember that series that you did near Christmas about the homeless in San Antonio. It was heartbreaking. I know of 2 people that were very, very moved on watching that series, Bill Brehe and myself. Because of you, we decided to do something, and therefore Haven for Hope came into being. 12,000 graduates of that program are now working in San Antonio and living in decent housing. You made that happen. Thank you. Thank you for what you have done for our community, of which Haven for Hope is just one of many things.
Hey Steve, congratulations on the 30-year mark at KSAT. You're going to be missed and you're going to be hard to replace. Good luck going forward.
Is it living up to its full potential? A driver reached out to KSAT Investigates to look into Via's Stone Oak Park and Ride.
It's been there for years. KSAT Investigates' Daniela Ibarra shows us how low ridership has been there.
The newness of this massive parking garage has faded.
Evidently the newness.
So has Zachary Morse's hope that it'll one day fill up.
I don't think that it was a very good idea.
Via opened the Park and Ride in Stone Oak 7 years ago. Right now, people can park there for free and catch a bus.
Nearly every day I would drive past here and I would regularly, look over to the side and see this very large building behind us, and it appeared mostly empty.
The facility and the land it's built on cost just over $25 million. Bond funds, as well as state and federal grants, help pay for most of the project.
Do you think that this was a good use of money?
In its current state, no.
He wanted to know how many people actually use the garage. It's why he filed his own request to see the numbers.
I was almost hoping in the back of my mind that it would be, relatively used.
Pandemic looks. 5 years ago, KSAT Explained showed how ridership looked much different pre-pandemic.
According to VIA, buses carried passengers 275,000 times from that facility from June 2018 to February 2020.
New data shows since 2023, ridership from Stone Oak's facility is over 176,000.
What do you think about all that?
I think we need to do a better job at making sure that the infrastructure that we build is immediately useful. What's the long-term plan?
We took his concerns to VIA's Senior Vice President of Planning and Development, Rod Sanchez.
What would you say to people who are critics of this facility who think that this wasn't a good investment?
Stick around. More use of this facility is coming in the future.
In the next few years, Sanchez says a new route will be added to and from the facility, but it's not clear where that route will go to. There are also plans to make this area a center for its ride-sharing service via Link.
We knew ridership's not there. The pandemic slowed it down even more, but it's coming.
For KSAT Investigates, I'm Daniela Ibarra.
Take a live look outside right now on what is a surreal night for me. Not gonna lie.
Surreal night for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get to it in a second.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
We got this. That's exactly it. We got this. That's one of our little inside things. I always say, all right, we got this. And now it's turning into, you got this, Spree. Okay. Myra's right there, too, not making it easier for me off camera. All right, so hot and sunny next couple of days, right near 100. Yeah, more of the same, right? But we're at 16 100-degree days. Today was 98, so we're way behind pace of the past couple of years. And look at this, lower 90s by Sunday and Monday. Quick update on the tropics. This basically nothing of a tropical storm still has a name, Fernand, and that's moving off to the northeast. Otherwise, there's nothing else out there that gives us signals of development within the next 5 to 7 days, which is actually significant considering the peak of hurricane season is September 10th. Usually we see that activity ramp up this time of year, and we did a few weeks ago, but it has since calmed down. Notice the rainfall potential across Texas pretty good over the next 7 days because another cool front's going to drop in, and that's going to boost our rain chances for this weekend, like I talked about before, especially Sunday night into Monday. But still, the real bulk of the rain will be just off to the north of us. There you go. There's that temperature drop into the Labor Day weekend. And I know you see a lot of rain there, but it's not going to be a washout. You'll just have to dodge a quick shower or two here and there, and that's about it. We're not expecting a washout or anything too significant. We just have to watch for some of the heaviest rain on Sunday night.
Uh-oh.
It's not a send-off for anybody until we make it a party.
Okay.
Because you're moving on to a new endeavor.
Yes.
You got this.
Thank you.
And thank you. 30 years to Spriester, having an indelible impact on KSAT 12. Our lives.
How did you aim this so it all lands on me?
This ain't my first.
Awesome.
This ain't my first confetti pop.
Okay.
But you know, we talked a lot over the 5 and 6. So thank you. I don't want to have to go over everything that we talked about before, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, Adam, thank you for being more than just a co-anchor. Thank you for being a great friend. Stephanie, the same. And I mean, this is a special night. It's exactly the way I would hope to say goodbye with not only you two, but I mean, I have a room full of people here that I love and respect. And to be able to do that on my final night after 30 years is amazing. And the confetti, it's just confetti on top right now.
It's raining confetti.
It's raining confetti.
We'll try to keep your puns going and keep that spirit alive.
I'll try.
Yeah.
But thanks for all the fun over the years and all the good times.
Thank you. Thank you. And Larry.
El Ram.
How do I follow this up?
You don't have confetti in your area, so I guess we'll talk about John Jay.
Yeah, John Jay, as Nick Mantis found out this morning, they start off practice in the dark, and the sun rises, and then they can see what they're doing. Coming up, we're going to take you out to John Jay for another big game coverage preview, and the Divine War Horses, quite the opposite. It was bright and sunny for their practice. Coming up.
Hey, Steve, I'm coming to you live from the South Side just to tell you that you are a true San Antonio gem. Thank you so much for your years of service, all the wonderful storytelling, connecting our communities, and never forgetting our South San Antonio area. It's been a pleasure working with you. I wish you well on your next venture, and don't forget to visit us on the South Side.
We have football practice in the dark. This was the John Jay football team this morning at 6. Talk about dedication. Jay will open the season on Saturday night against rival Holmes High School for the backyard brawl. And the Mustangs, they are ready to rumble.
Oh, sir, it fires me up real well. My dad, he played at Holmes. My uncle played there. My cousin played there. My cousin, he plays there now. So I want to beat them good. I want to get to them. Yes, sir, I'm excited.
A little bit of bragging rights in your household when it comes to this game?
Oh, for sure. They talk a lot. They like to talk about it a lot. So I'm ready to go get it.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I know there's a big culture between the rivalry between Jay and Holmes. So it's really exciting to represent Jay at this game and excited to show out.
We have a bunch of good players, good-looking kids and players coming back, and we're looking forward to a good game because at the end of the day, we are rivals that date back to a long way. So we're looking forward to a good challenge.
With only 3 returning offensive starters and 2 defensive starters, the Mustangs will be looking to their senior leadership this season.
We've been real big on approaching with more energy in practice instead of, just like, I wouldn't say going through the motions, but being more chill, ratcheting up the energy more so when we get in the big games, like playoffs or like deep in the district, we're going to be ready for it. It's not going to be something new.
I guess it made us work differently in that, we really have to focus on these younger guys to make sure they know what they're doing, understand their assignments. But I'm not too worried about them. They're really good, and I'm excited for these next couple of years, seeing what they do.
Since they're not playing Friday night, some of the Mustangs are planning to go watch the Brandeis-O'Connor game. Let's go to Divine now, where it was bright, sunny, and hot for late afternoon practice. The War Horses are predicted to win District 14 4A D2 per Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Divine will open the season Friday night at Randolph, and they're looking for payback after the Rohawks beat them 28-21 in Week 1 last season.
Played them last year. We need to focus on the little things. Last year, penalties cost us the game. We need to focus on being clean and finishing strong.
We lost in overtime, made some mistakes that really hurt us, that caused the loss, and so we're understanding what's coming up. They're going to be a good ball club. They're going to have some speed. They're going to have some size. They had that last year. I think it's going to be a good test for us for our first game.
We're going to come to play hard. We're going to outlast the other team and win in the fourth quarter.
And tomorrow night is the KSAT Pigskin Classic between Sotomayor and Clark, 7 p.m. at Ferris Stadium. Watch it live on KSAT 12, KSAT Plus, the BGC app, and KSAT.com. The Valero Alamo Bowl's 33rd season officially kicked off today with the PNC Pigskin Preview at the Alamo Dome. Former Texas Longhorn running back and current ESPN college football analyst Fozzie Whitaker was the guest speaker, and he was asked about his horns being ranked #1 heading to Ohio State.
A lot of people, not just myself, have huge expectations for where Texas is going to be, and I think Steve Sarkisian has done a phenomenal job of creating those expectations. A lot of turnover, though, right? Those questions are going to have to be answered. There's no better way to answer those questions with a top 5 matchup against the defending national champions in Ohio State. And so I think, honestly, it's a perfect opportunity to see where the expectations and reality really lie whenever you go to the shoe this Saturday at 11 a.m.
RC Buford with well wishes for Spree after the break.